don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Bentley coupe, then a cockatoo.
Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure, but you're too scared to say that you want more. Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure, but you're too scared to say that you want more.
You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Bentley coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Bentley coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Bentley coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Bentley coupe, then a cockatoo.
What's up, pups? How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? Oh, I feel like it's been forever, but it hasn't. What's going, God and Trust? Media Player, how are you? Crypto Dan. What's up, Love Matters? What's up, Perez? What's up, Misfit? Good to see you. Been a second, actually. What's up, Krieger? Welcome to the show. Claudia. When? Just when. Ling Ling. What's going on? Ruskino, how are you? Vishal Patel. The moon is below us, not above. Oh. Some inversion going on. What's up, Andrew? Ink Maxi, good to see you. Hans and King's Way. You're back. I am back. I've been good, man. Watching the madness. I didn't want to jump into X. You guys know it's been pretty messy lately. But I talked to Fast Abdul yesterday a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, there's a lot to talk about here and there. There's a lot going on. So much horror business in the charts today. Yeah, but, you know, we talked about this. We talked about it, like, you know, that it was coming and that, you know, you guys should be ready for it. I had this ETH thing drawn. It's actually playing out. I looked at my drawing really quick that I made last live show. So I put up that chart. I'll pull it up again. I haven't even touched the chart. I haven't touched it since we're exactly where what I drew. We're exactly there. So these things, you know, they weren't unseen. It wasn't going to be that easy, was it? Yeah, there are a lot of bedwetters. Kryptonite, you're very correct. What's up, Mitch? 369. How are you? What's up, Bente? Kirill, Charles Fucks. How you doing? Yeah, there's a lot of bedwetters, man. That's why I didn't want to jump on X. I was like, man, these people are I don't even want to interact with them right now. You know? But I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean though. You know, like it's just tough, dude. You know, it's been a tough market for sure for everybody. You know, it's been weird. And if you haven't been positioned perfectly, you know, like we've been over here. I know some of you guys are just all in over here, and so, you know, we've been feeling it the most, right? We've been feeling it a lot. Now, let me get this going. What's this? What's up, Hex Wizard 369? How are you? Who else out there tonight? Was there a? Yeah, it's been kind of quiet in a productive sense, right? Like there's been a lot of complaining and fighting, but there hasn't been a lot of productive stuff out there because everybody's in limbo. They really are, which has been the genius of the market making or BlackRock / Binance this cycle, right? They've kept everybody in the dark. You know, a lot of people are trying to use old indicators and things, but I don't even think those are going to work. I think we're going to find out at the end of this cycle a lot of, like, you know, whether it's a Pi cycle top or all these old indicators, I think they broke them, and I'm sure that was part of the strategy for Aladdin, which is the AI machine over there at BlackRock, right? To make sure that, you know, their moves can't be predicted very easily. You know, it's very possible that they smashed all those. That's why, I mean, I'm giving them weight. I'm gonna show you guys some interesting stuff here, but I'm also just thinking anything's possible. We don't have to follow the old cycle rules at all. We had the high before the halving. Maybe the indicators don't tell us when a top comes in. Maybe we have to read the market, you know. Grab pennies, I'm hoping I can get profit. When in doubt, zoom out. How is the volume on the mic? For some reason, a lot of people lately have been telling me they can barely hear my voice. There's been about a gazillion updates on this mic, and I swear every knob is cranked, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to get more juice out of it. Pretty sure it's cranked. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, people are broken. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely people that have just, it's like they're on their last breath, man. It's better now. The mic, very good. Okay, good. When in doubt, zoom out. Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's look at a little bit of the news really quick. Let's see what's going on. You guys saw the golden statue, President Trump holding a Bitcoin placed outside the Capitol. So this is one thing I put in the Telegram group. I said, look, you know, the news couldn't be more bullish. They put a golden statue of Trump, you know, looking at the, what is that, the Senate, the U.S. Capitol building. And, you know, we're not rallying right now. So it is concerning for sure. How do you maintain, how do I maintain mental stability in these times? One, I kind of just didn't engage on X for the last week. I just saw a lot of the negative sentiments and nasty attitudes, and I just decided to just back off a little bit because that was one way to do it. Number two, I've been trying to socialize. Had barbecue with some friends over the weekend, you know, stuff like that. I think that's really healthy. And I wish there was a beach. I would have loved to go to a beach. That would have been really good for me. I think I went and got a massage. I got some sun. Yeah, it was a really sunny weekend. That's why I had the barbecue. And so I laid out at the river 2 days in a row, which was amazing. Just went down, threw down a towel, and like got a lot of sun. So that was nice. But sometimes you got to take these little breaks, and I guess there's been more than have been expected, but that's just the way things have been going, you know. I was pretty confident we would be moving up by now. I thought it would happen last week and that we would have a big pullback right now. And we didn't get a big move up last week, and we are getting the pullback though that I was expecting the middle of this week. But maybe that's okay. Maybe this is a good sign, and that we're about to rip up into October. Word up. What's up, KD? How you doing? You look. One thing I gotta say about, you know, there is a lot of, you know, I don't know who needs to hear this. I really don't. But it's really hard being a grown man, or trying to be the best version of a grown man I could be, and watching other grown men fucking, you know, just lose their lips and just foam at the mouth on X nonstop. It's really hard to see that, because it's not that we're all working in a hospital and we're stressed out, or it's not that we're building a bridge and we're really stressed out. Like, you are in the riskiest financial asset class ever created in the history of the world. You are in cryptocurrency, my friends. We are not working at a hospital that's overwhelmed with injuries right now. We're not working on bridges, building bridges. We're not working at building schools. We are We are trying to invest money in the riskiest financial asset in the history of the world in hopes to make some gains. Okay? And that's what makes it really tough to listen to a lot of these people. All right? Because this is beyond a casino. This is crazy. And if you come out here and it's not going your way and you're crying about it, I gotta tell you, man, it's really hard for me to hear that. Like, I just can't. No one made anyone come here. You being here doesn't benefit society. You know, I mean, I guess in the long run, there is something to say about decentralization and kind of getting the power back to your money. Okay, fine, I get that. But you're making these extraordinarily risky investments, and it's not playing out in the timeline that you had. Well, you got to sit on your hands or you have to exit. But crying and whining about it is horrific. Like I said, if we were like all doctors in an emergency room and we were overwhelmed, I could be like, yeah, man, he's breaking down. It's okay. This is tough. We're trying to save lives. This is not the situation here. Like, you know, not only are we in the riskiest investment class in the history of planet Earth, you're over here in an altcoin on the fringe, you know, with a man called Richard Hart, who's, you know, was known as the spam king and the biggest scammer of all times. And, you know, it's a new layer one. So, you know, yeah, it's really tough hearing people. And like I said, I don't know who needs to hear that. I'm not picking on anybody, but it was tough. It's tough sometimes being a grown man and seeing that shit and being like, wow, like get some perspective, right? There will always be crying in a casino. Yeah, you guys got to get some perspective, man. Like, okay, it's not playing out, you know. Generally, things still work. I mean, you know, it sucks being down on this. I feel you. I really do feel you. You know what I mean? Maybe some people overinvested. Maybe some people were overzealous. Maybe some people didn't anticipate how long it could take. These are all possibilities, and that's fine, you know. But get some perspective about it and understand that it could take a lot longer than you realize. What if it didn't? What if your investment thesis doesn't play out till 2027 or 2028? What if there's 2 more years? Like, you should run these scenarios in your head and just be honest with yourself. Like, oh, okay, I can sit through this for a couple more years. That'll give you some perspective. Or maybe you think like, you know what, I gotta sell. I gotta get out. I gotta leave. That's okay too. Or de-risk. That's okay. But we are really deep down the rabbit hole of risky endeavors and investments. You know what I mean? So when you go on in the public and you're whining, it doesn't just make you look bad. You're really fudding the shit out of your investment. Like, you know what I mean? You're crushing sentiment, and it's not productive at all. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for those around you. You know, are you right? Are you wrong? You know, was this a bad idea? Well, I don't know. You're in it. So you got to make sure you know what your choices are. De-risk, sell it all, or just sit on your hands and wait. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, man. You know what your choices are. You got to suck it up and make a choice, man. Hello, amazing people. What's up, Mr. Abdul? Good to see you. He's here for the tech. Oh, let me drop a link in if anybody wants to join. There's just not enough tissue on the blockchain is all. Not enough. There's not enough tissue for all the crying. Can we turn the ticker off for a bit? Is it turn the ticker off? Crypto, what do you mean? Is it bothering you guys? What's wrong with the ticker? Is it flashing or something? Is it like somebody's got epilepsy? You guys got to tell me. I don't want somebody going to the hospital because this thing's flat. I can't always tell, but it does look like it's flickering a little bit. Stop the crying. It's not sexy. That's coming from ladies. The girls are really turned on with all your whining on X, by the way, right? Ladies love that. Grown men crying in the casino. Oh, that their hand didn't play out the way they wanted it to. Come on, Archie, what's happening? No, just kidding. Oh, because prices are low. Sitting on my hands. All right, let me throw the link up here. Oh man. Why? Oh, what the fuck? Them light. That's good. Oh man. Where are we at? Oh, let's get this punched in. Yo, I'm gonna drop a link in the Telegram right now. I didn't know anything about it. It's just Africa. I appreciate you. Well, look, the bridge got updated. There is good news. You guys are panicking all the time. There's good news all the time. Yeah, the bridge got updated. I saw that. I haven't used it yet. But look, man, there's building happening, all right? But if the market's going to slide down, I don't think anybody wants to pump their chain right now, right? So we got to be, you got to wait, man, a little bit longer. All right, let's go look here. This is a bar chart. Shout out to bar chart. He says, U.S. stock market hits most expensive valuation in history, surpassing the dot-com bubble and the run-up to the Great Depression. Yeah, it's inflation adjusted, trailing PE, price to earnings ratios. So, yeah, I mean, we are very overvalued, without a doubt. Can we go even more overvalued? Sure. I think it's possible we could. But we are certainly up there. No doubt about that. What better time to cut interest rates than with prices rising consistently in the stock market at all-time highs? Yeah, that'd be funny. Let's see. But M2 convergence is going on. The S&P index is in red and money supply is in blue. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, if I'm looking, I actually didn't see this chart before when I pulled it up. So this is kind of interesting. I don't know who put this up. I would have to cross-reference this and fact-check this. Like, I don't just accept anything I'm given on X or anywhere. I do research, and I haven't been able to do research on this. I don't know. So just for pretext, I have no idea what this is. This is the first time I'm seeing something like this in this particular style of chart. So we'd have to check to see how accurate this is. But based on what I'm seeing here, it's obvious they like to move close to each other. And, when the best time to buy is when the S&P is much lower than the M2 money supply. And generally, good times to start selling are when we're much higher than M2 money supply, which we are right now by a lot. We are absolutely in hockey stick, according to this chart, which, as I said, I don't know how accurate it is. So we'd have somebody can check it out. That's on Econovis. I don't even know how reliable they are, but let's see. Econovis, gold prices versus U2 money supply. Yeah, so gold is up there too, right? My target was gold was 4,100. That was my target. So I'm wondering if we're getting close to reaching it. Like, and that could be a top, right? We're really up there, man. But let's say we hit 4,100. I think we're at what, 39 right now on gold. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, that could still give us like a few months left, which is what I think a lot of people are hoping for, right? That we get at least this fall into the end of the year with some bullishness. And I do think, look, I do want to say that I do think it's still very possible that's going to happen. Yeah, yeah, it would make sense that we stay bullish into the end of the year. It would make sense, but anything's possible. All right, let's go. Hex is amazing, man. Love Hex. Let's see. WHDH. He says, dude, so good that you're addressing this. 100% agree. 100% people in this space forget to mention or remind themselves that crypto is literally the riskiest investment you can make. So chill or click sell. Yeah, man. That's it. That's pretty much it. Chill or click sell. Like you're no one forced your hand here. We're not saving lives. You are making a risky bet to make more money, and you need to own up. You need to own it up, man. You need to own it. Okay. You need to own it. Like in the chill. St. Wolf in chat. Casio. And up in. I'm not sure. Buy the cry. Outside the market is downside. I won't have extra cash. What's up, Charm Dinez? Good to see you, brother. Far just over here crushing goals. Right on, man. Congratulations, Far Out Aliens. He's crushing his trading account there. Soul Light. Government is opening up to crypto regulations big time. Soon Clarity Act. Why? Because they know they need to find hex. Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's stuff happening, man. There's all kind of what you call those patents being taken out for wallets and all these different things that the banks are doing, okay? So they know what's coming, man. They know it's coming. They know it's coming. All right, let's check out this post by the Market Sniper really quick. Oh, let's see who this is. Dave, what's happening, Dave? I think sometimes maybe these people are in the Telegram, they don't realize they're on a live show until they click the link and they're like, wait a minute. There's 7,000 people watching right now. All right, maybe I'll come back. Dave, don't be shy. Chat's really friendly tonight. And I also got banned in the Hex subreddit again. Last time I did was right for the big pump. Yes, I'm telling you, things got to look bad before they look good. This is how it is. This is why sometimes I'm not worried. I was talking to Fast Abdul yesterday when I was saying, look, man, this could be the ultimate bear trap of bear traps. That's how it's got to play. It's got to really make people think, yeah, it's not, it's falling apart. And that's when it reverses, right? What's up, Goddess Garden Gal? Been liking your Instagram posts. Very cool stuff. Okay, look, let's read this Market Sniper, okay? Cool guy. He says, why Tether seeks funding? Okay, so just you guys know, crypto giant Tether seeks funding at $500 billion valuation. Okay, that's $500 billion, in case you guys are wondering. It's $500 billion fucking dollars. All right. They bought bonds as collateral in late 2020. We called the top in 40-year bond bull and had warned escalator upside, elevator downside. If they had bought gold, imagine their collateral position today. They saw the benefit of having the benefit of the SEC being back down therein without seeing the trajectory for the asset class being down 55% in 3.5 years after the March 2020 highs. That's why they talk of buying silver and gold miners now. They need fast alpha to short things up. Unbelievable the amount of people that see USDT as the escape hatch for collapsing fiat debt debasement phase. Trust the plan. Trump is playing 3D chess. Yo, what's up? What's up, boys? Jay and Dave and how you doing? Oh, nice to meet you guys. Howdy. You guys want to join the show? What's LPX? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's hear what's going on, man. Solid X is pretty cool. It seems like a lot of people are waiting to see what it's going to do. It's been down for a long time, so yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, hang on, guys. Hang on. We're not doing a plug for. We're not doing a shilling. So, yeah. So we're not doing any shilling. All right. This is not the shill. This is not the shill room. What's up, Fast? Yeah, let's tell me what LPX is. What's LPX? Is this a new? It's not a token. Hang on one sec.
DeFi world, you're going to love it.
So it's something.
Let's slow it down a bit, guys. It's a lot to jump into.
Break it down fast.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the. What's going on? Where are you guys at? Cool. Yeah, welcome to the show. What's going on, Fast Abdul? How you doing?
Good. This isn't live stream, right? This is a private conversation we're having.
Oh, totally private conversation.
Okay, good. I just clicked the Zoom link, so
okay,
yeah.
Good.
Just wanted to make sure I could say whatever I want.
You can say anything you want here. Chat. Chat's not here. Don't pay any attention to that.
Oh no, there's no
All right,
chat.
Let me
It's
finish
private.
this. So Tether purchased 127 billion since 2014. The U.S. issued 550 billion in new debt in the last 30 days. That's a 4.3x. Tether's total accumulation over 11 years and 1 month. Tether's total U.S. Treasury holdings reached 127 billion. So why Tether needs 20 billion of cash via new equity when it's worth $500 billion? It earns 99% net margin. What's going on over there? Are we getting Tether FUD again?
We should get Tether FUD. Tether can be frozen. They can freeze your funds. So
Yeah.
I'm always quite. I FUD Tether all the time. Though that's not the FUD that they're talking about. This is different FUD.
Let's see what I got. So just so everyone knows, all the conspiracy theorists like myself were correct. YouTube was censoring people left and right. So YouTube admits Joe Biden administration pressured them to censor Americans, and it's offering terminated channels an opportunity to rejoin the platform. This is after years. That's horrific. This is called fascism, by the way. We've already entered that phase. This is just what they're admitting. It was way worse than we're going to know. How many people were taken out? Not to mention how many journalists have actually been unalived in the last few years, from the recent one to even Gonzaga Lira or anybody who was trying to report anything that was happening. But it's good we got something from them. Let's see. There was another thing at this ICE facility.
Brought into the Sally port, the shooter, we're not sure exactly where he was.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too deep into this rabbit hole, but I feel for you guys. I hope everybody's okay. If anybody was affected by that, let's just go right to some of this Hartman stuff. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is kind of funny. It's a funny video. If we get time, I'll play that. All right, heard this. Made me think about, he had this thing he just talked about, easy money versus hard money. I'll let you guys listen to it really quick.
Like easy money. And whenever I get an opportunity and it looks like easy money, and I believe in it, like this is guaranteed, this is 100% going to pay me, I'm going to get rich from this. The easy money never seems to come. I remember sitting around talking with people about Bitcoin ETFs. Once the ETF launches, Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin because institutional money can invest. ETF comes, Bitcoin's not $1 million a coin. I mean, it's gone up a bit, but it's not $1 million a coin.
Pulsechain has 1,000.
Anything that feels too easy You know, you think, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and MSTR is going to be in the sky because the Bitcoin price has gone up. It just never seems to happen. The easy stuff never seems to happen. You can only really be successful and really make money the hard way. You see all these things online, on Twitter, of these screenshots, these P&Ls, where people seem to just catch an easy lick. I don't think easy licks exist. If those P&Ls are real, those people probably lost just as much money chasing an easy P&L across the last 6 months on shitcoins. It's never easy. And I think one of the reasons I'm so good at dedicating myself and working hard and doing the right thing is because when I get an opportunity, I understand that even though it is very difficult, even though it is very hard, even though the chance seems slim, those are the ones that actually pay me in the end. Every time I've knuckled down and dedicated myself to something which was extremely difficult, I got paid. Every time I thought, this is easy, guaranteed, all the math adds up, no way this can go wrong, no work required, a little bit of money, a little bit of time, that's going to pay me. Never does. Never does. Isn't that interesting? It's like the universe, God, karma, whatever you want to call it, will only give you money the hard way. It'll only give you success the hard way. You can't get any of it the easy way. It just never seems to come like that. I know people win the lottery and all this shit, but have you won the lottery? I haven't won the lottery. Have you? Has anyone? Is it real? When you get a chance to do something, when you're offered the ability to work on something, and it feels hard or it feels difficult, you need to get very excited. You need to say, this feels difficult. This feels hard. I'm struggling to stay motivated. I'm struggling to be disciplined. That means it's going to work. Every time I get a chance to do something, and when I engage, it feels difficult or tiring or tiresome, I get excited because then it's going to work. Every time I get a chance to do something and I try and do it and it feels easy, I'm like, nah, this is never going to pay me. It just never has. You should be very excited by the things which feel like a slow grind, which feel like they are boring, which feel like it's hard to pay attention to them, which feels like they're never going to work, which feel like they're saturated. All these things are what you should get excited about. Because I promise you, if you dedicate yourself 100%, those are the ones that work. Diamonds are stuck in the mud. It's just how it is. It's just how life works. You have to dig through a whole bunch of crap with fever, with vigor, with dedication, and you find diamonds. And if you go to the diamond park, where the diamonds sit on top of the green grass and you can just walk around and pick them up, you never seem to get one.
That's well said, man.
Whenever I get an opportunity.
That's really well said. Yeah.
Yep. I think he finds more diamonds by possibly rugging his audience than most, but it was well said.
This crypto thing, yeah, I don't know what he's got going on there. I actually just recently started following him here on X. Let's see if anybody's.
He's not boring, right? Like, he understands this is an entertainment industry, and he makes it entertaining. I think you clued into that too, Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, he mixes, good knowledge and life experience with a lot of entertainment and fun and tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff too, or kind of what's the word, stuff that rattles you up.
Yep.
But
agreed.
But he's smart. He's smart. He knows stuff. He definitely knows stuff. He gets it. He's figured out some shit. Now, Richard Hart. Richard Hart, what's going on, man? So he made a post recently. Yeah. So September 22nd, kickstarted the week off. Should we read it?
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, we definitely should. He keeps it rolling too.
He says, you should have already known this, but you always impress me with new levels of ineptitude. If you post off topic in my threads and it ain't real funny, you get in the hide and block. If you're demoralized or demoralizing, if you concern, troll on accident or on purpose. I remember when this account didn't allow replies, and if y'all don't start being useful, the replies are going to be turned off again. Stop sucking. Some of us treat the blockchain quite seriously and don't have time to suffer fools. I saw that Monday, and I thought it was well said. You know, I don't think he said anything.
There's been a lot of whining going on, that's for sure.
Yeah. And what do you think about what he said? Were you really offended by it?
Oh, I thought it was great. It allowed me to launch a product specifically geared towards this problem of is Richard going to block me? The RH Blockbot. I sent you a link in the chat. Oh, you found it. There we go.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but it's the same one you're looking at.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the RH Blockbot will check every 0.369 seconds to see if RH has blocked you yet.
That's really
Options to auto delete your account for premium subscribers. You know, it's the future. Then you don't have to just keep refreshing his profile to see if he's blocked you.
This is really funny too. Ineptitude. Guys having to buy Polo instead of Gucci.
Oh, right.
Good.
Indeed. Never gonna happen.
Ride or die. I mean, people are calling it gaslighting, right? But I don't know if I see that as like gaslighting. So like I kind of said something earlier in the stream, but some of you guys kind of do sound like little babies, man. You sound like little children, like whine, like worse than little kids sometimes. So I can imagine all the replies he has to see in there, and some of you guys crying that he needs to do this and he needs to do that, and he doesn't have to do anything. I'm ready for anything. Him buying a ship and just sailing off forever and never hearing from him again, or him pumping the shit out of the chain. Like, either one is an option.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I prefer the second. But the point is, like, I put my money on this table, and it's that's a risk I took. That's a risk you take, man. And you got to be a grown man about it. You got to be a grown up. But it's tough, man. I feel you. I know some people were triggered. And let's see what you said.
There's not much empathy in that post.
No.
I understand how people would be triggered. But like, I think he's saying like, this is go time, and no more messing around, right? Like, and he said right there, you either have to be real funny or you have to be serious, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think it was well said. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was very clear about it. I thought I posted something. I don't see what I posted. Maybe it's just. Oh, maybe it just.
He had there was another one where he talked about basically the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here it is. I'll drop it. September 22nd.
Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. Here you go. The amount of stupid people.
That's it. Yeah.
Is wild to me. Concerned trolling on accident or on purpose. Sir, I'm concerned with bad thing. Can you fix bad thing? That way people don't think about bad thing. Sincerely concerned about bad thing and offering dumbass advice. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of those posts. Definitely, seen those. How about you use the risk diode I taught you and don't advertise bad thing like an idiot? P.S. But sir, just do my stupid idea about bad thing. P.P.S. I've been talking about concerned trolls for years and years. It's so true. It's so true, man.
Yep.
So true. Feeling his frustration, man. Ignore the retards. There's a lot of people. See what happened, and hang on, my mouse just stopped working. So what happened in 2021, we had a broad-based altcoin season, okay? These happen every 7-8 years or so, okay, where everything just goes up. And a lot of people showed up and got lucky. During that time, like really lucky, right? They didn't understand. They just literally, whatever reason, like luck just smacked them, right? And they did really well. But what happened is they're expecting that to happen again. And let me, I don't want to crush your things, but you're not getting a broad-based altcoin season right now. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get 2021. It is not going to happen. And the thing is, like, we're going to have all isolated runs. That's why you see, for example, BNB is running, but maybe another layer one isn't running, right? So this is what you're going to have. So maybe pulsechain gets its turn, and then we have an epic run, just like BNB had an epic run. But what you're not going to get is this idea that anything you throw money at is going to go up. That's not going to happen, okay? That's why I'm extraordinarily selective, and I'm a bit of an asshole when it comes to projects right now because they ain't all going up. There is just not that much capital, okay? It's your favorite altcoin just ain't gonna go up. So it's a very selective altcoin season. Now, when we talk about broad-based altcoin season, I do think we're gonna get one. As a matter of fact, I can almost predict with pretty solid certainty that it's gonna come around 2027, 2028, 2029. I think we're gonna get another bit of a repeat of 2021 then, where literally the crypto is just gonna be, probably stable coins will be out by now through the banks. Banks will be loading their clients directly, like Wells Fargo. You can probably buy it right through your checking account at that point. And then we're going to have a crazy altcoin season. Like it's going to be where anything you throw money at is going to go up. Okay. And I have no doubt that is going to come again, but I don't think it's now. But the good thing is, I think if you have richer Hart projects, they will get a rotation. They will get an opportunity to run if this bull market continues. I do believe that. I really do. I think we'll be one of the big runners. And that could be really good for us because that would make pulsechain really stand out. The fact that pulsechain might do, 100x at a time when we don't have broad-based altcoin season where everything runs is actually good because it would put a lot of focus on us. Just like a lot of focus right now is on BNB or whatever it was, right? There's some other thing, Apex or whatever's running right now, Affix. So it could actually be really good for us that we're not going to get it. But, people just don't understand that, you're not going to get a repeat of 2021. And I think that's why people are whining the way they have been. I think the expectation is just way off, right? Like people.
Yeah, this is not what people want to hear, though, Wolf. Can you just rephrase that so that it sounds like really nice and optimistic?
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, yo, did you notice those two guys jetted?
Yeah, they commented in our private chat here saying they had a meeting to go to. I know those guys. I had no idea they were popping on, but yeah, they are known to me. I have discussions.
Okay.
They're some of the founders of LPX, which is there's no token. It's like a liquidity thing, like a smart contract that the founders can put their tokens into, or communities can put their tokens into, and it sells the tip of the high before the bots can, and it buys the tip of the low before the bots can, and it makes a better chart. So kind of a general interest thing, but it's a pretty deep dive. Like,
that's interesting.
We wouldn't get through it.
It's obvious. It's they're not a non-profit organization, right? They're people that make profit off this, right? So they kind of came on just to shill it, and they bounced when they realized,
Oh yeah, no, like it's it has. But yeah, maybe you can have a conversation with those guys about details another day, because it's not on topic today.
Now tomorrow is a huge show with Tam and Crypto Empress, and I think Fast Abdul, you're speaking there as well, right?
Yeah, I'm actually co-hosting with her and another fella. Okay. And there's actually an all-star lineup. Let me get my list. I had much more acceptance than
hey fam.
I originally thought.
Let's all show up for this today.
Should probably meet tomorrow, I guess, because it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah, on Thursday. But I have Hexologist coming, Tam, Crypto Coffee, K-Rath, KG from Internet Money, Triplet Dad, RH Max, Toby One, and Corey Geary have all confirmed as speakers.
Man, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Did I say Access Alive? I think I missed him. Yeah, it's a pretty good list of people who know what they're talking about. So I'm excited for that.
Good, man. Yeah, I was unavailable tomorrow, unfortunately. So unfortunately, I can't be there. But it sounds like
I think it's a stupid time for you, probably.
What time does it start?
Well, I guess it'd be about an hour before now.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're available, jump on. If not,
no, I'm not. I'm just not available tomorrow. I'm going. I got my balcony seats for the opera tomorrow night.
Sweet.
Yes, big show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking.
I've heard Prague operas are a big deal.
Prague opera is awesome. got a gorgeous date. She's absolutely beautiful, and I have no idea what she's gonna wear yet, but I know what I'm wearing, and got like the best balcony seat in the house. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Just drink wine, watch the opera. Yeah, it's gonna be great. By the way, if you go to the opera,
that's cool.
The opera is not fun in the audience. You have to have a balcony seat. Okay, you got to.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to get the balcony. Yeah, it's the best, and then, fill it up with girls, and you'll understand the opera. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool like that.
I've never done an opera. It's not a thing where I live, but I've been to, I've been to Prague, I've been to big cities, but I just never got around to doing an opera. So you'd recommend it?
Well, I mean, if you hear opera and you're like, yeah, I would never listen to that, then probably don't go. But if you've heard, arias before and you're like, well, those are really beautiful, then then it'd be worth it. But, some people are absolutely not, they don't find pleasure in those kind of sounds, right? So
fair enough.
I mean, you
different experience in person than listening to it on, on your Walkman or something, right?
Okay, yeah, that too. Yeah, I think it's an experience. I mean, I like it. I like getting absolutely fucking blitzed on wine, and I love the girls.
Okay.
They dress up. Girls love dressing up for the opera.
Fancy, yeah, it looks like a wedding, eh?
I love the drinks before. I love the intermission and like meeting other people there, and like yeah, man, I love hanging out in the balconies. It's the best. So going to see Figaro, the States Theater. It's gonna be cool, man. Yeah, I definitely recommend doing opera if you come out here, man. It's good. It's good stuff. Let's see. Eric Wall posted. He said, Richard Hart posts daily inspirational quotes to the community he scammed out of $1 billion for a copy-paste Ethereum fork.
Indeed.
And then he gives that quote we talked about a little bit ago there.
He's pretty funny. Like, I don't know.
Funny.
I'm positive he's got a bag. I think his trolling is like a little too strategic and like coordinated with Richards. I feel like they're working on the same project somehow.
They could be.
That's just conspiracy theory.
His trolling is so good, though. Like, this is so great.
It is.
Richard Hart posts daily inspirational quotes to the community he scammed out of $1 billion for copy-paste Ethereum fork. I mean, it is awesome. He doesn't waste a word. It's just perfect. It's great.
Yep. But yeah, there's been a lot of blocking going on. I hear there was some crying about getting blocked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just people on X. Richard blocked me. You know that post they do where they show the block screen and they're not happy.
Yeah.
I bet you there could be some unblocking in the future as well. Like maybe there's an amnesty period coming out.
Logging in just to find people to block. Lol.
This has become a game, perhaps.
I don't think I'm blocked by him. Oh, maybe I am blocked. How would I know if I got blocked? How do you know?
If you're logged in right now and you can, like, if you click on Richard Hart,
okay,
and look at his page and scroll down, it would show like blocked right in the middle.
Okay,
like
so I'm not blocked.
Yeah, you're not blocked.
Okay.
No, and you wouldn't be able to reply. You could still see his posts, but you wouldn't be able to reply.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's good.
So I'm not blocked yet, but I have my bot checking every 0.369 seconds to see if I get blocked.
Pulsechain is very cheap. The market cap of PLS is way under 1 billion market cap. It's very, very low. By comparisons, we have Cardanzo. They're like 30 to 40 billion market cap easily. So we're like 30 to 40x undervalued. Very easy to compare. We've got Liberty Swap Finance. We've got Railgun Technology coming. World's biggest airdrop kicking on the way. We've got PulseX. We've got a community that survived through hell literally for 4 years. We've got tattoos. There's Hex tattoos. There's stupid pDAI coin tattoos. There's Pulsechain tattoos. This is a sign of a growing, vibrant, network effect. The community is still here. You can even see right under Richard Hart's comments, the community, there's lots of engagement, lots of posting. Yeah, there's a lot of whining and crying. I get it, because there's red candles. But the red candles can't last forever. And I know I said that like 2 years ago, and they have lasted forever. But they really can't last forever. Eventually, the economy is going to kick up. We've got interest rates coming. The stock market's still high. So fingers crossed, okay? The best is yet to come.
Yeah, it's mostly upside for us, you know. So we just got to hang on long enough to be part of that. Okay, so there it is. Crypto Empress. She put a post up for it.
Yep.
What is Hex and pulsechain? She's doing Empire Hub Education 101. Join us this Thursday for a beginner-friendly deep dive into Hex and pulsechain, perfect for new and seasoned crypto folks alike. Key concepts, well, just they're going to cover it. It's going to be awesome. Fast Abdul and Crypto Joe I.O. are hosts. I don't know who this guy is, but awesome. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I've met him in her spaces as well. But she's big. Like, she has 100,000 plus subscribers. It's a real girl. It's not AI.
It's not AI.
Yeah. Nope. Well, like that image may have been generated, however, but that's her, right? Like, there's pictures, videos on her profile. I've talked to her. I think I think it's going to expose us to a big audience, and especially with, you know, the big names showing up like Coffee, Axis, Hexologist, etc. Like, you know, there's going to be some people listening that aren't already on pulsechain. Yeah. Right? Because, like, she was, like, when I talked to her about this and she agreed to it, like, she knew who Richard Hart was. She knew what Hex was. She kind of knew what pulsechain was, but, like, it wasn't in her circle, right? Like, the crypto's so big, you can't concentrate. You can't be an expert on everything, right? So, and then, you know, she agreed to learn more. And her community is invited to this, and it's a big community. So I think it's a real opportunity. You know, I received some FUD in the comments from people I believe to be unwise. It's like, why this is a good opportunity.
Why would they FUD it? Like, what's their frame or their angle?
Well, like, they're against new people is usually, like, it's like, oh, you're new, we don't like you, we don't trust you, which is fine, but, like, keep it to yourself.
She's literally just, you know,
because, like,
talking about the blockchain, and she's not selling you anything. I don't believe so.
No, and she's not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. Yeah. You have a bunch of A-listers showing up to teach the world about Hex and pulsechain. So yeah, either help me out or get out of my way on this one, boys.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, man. Yeah, you guys should support that. Smash like, you know, it's fucking great. You know, she wants to talk about pulsechain and Hex, great. You know what I mean?
Sure. And, like, and she doesn't know. Like, it'll be, I mean, it's not just for her, it's for a community, but, like, we're gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna have these guys. She won't know how important they are to us, but there's gonna be guys in our community talking to her, explaining the details about pulsechain and Hex from, like, guys like Axis, guys like, you know, Hexologist and Coffee are gonna, you know, give her the best possible knowledge. And what she does with that, I don't know, but it's not bad.
Yeah. Like, hey,
what's going on here?
Yeah, let's see. She's speaking right now. Let's see.
Easy problem to solve. We've spent a lot of effort into balancing things like, how do we enable people who have tokens and don't have infrastructures to stake to node operators? How do we allow node operators who have hardware who don't have tokens to operate their hardware as part of, like, a dynamically distributed token pool? How do we incorporate the token staking into the reputation system to increase the selection algorithm, or the odds of an operator being selected? So there are lots of things we've done, including, like, diminishing returns on selection algorithm for the higher staked amounts. Operators get to play game theory over, do they want to host a lot of nodes or one really high reputation node, and are they going to earn better? Plus, we have bonus pools for high demand. You can kind of think of it as like peak time or peak demand bonus pool.
All right, cool.
She's into this DeFi stuff, eh? Like, she, like, on her spaces. I've been attending her spaces and speaking at them for about a month now, and she's into DeFi things.
Okay.
So it's you know, like, I think this is going to be right up her alley.
Awesome. Great, man. You guys are going to do awesome. Excited for you guys. Really wish I could have been
Thank
there.
you.
That's gonna be great. Gonna be great.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be other times, right? You know, like if we can act like gentlemen and give her the information in a cohesive format, she could be back.
So, Pups, I'm gonna make this TA just really simple here. We're gonna look. This is a channel. This channel hasn't moved in 3 years or 2 years or however long you guys have been seeing the show. Okay, the bull run has been in this channel since 2022. I've been charting it. Haven't touched this chart. Okay, we have wicked out of this channel multiple times, and we've always come back in. Okay, we've gone above it a little bit before. Okay, and we've come back in, and what are we doing now? We're kind of coming out of it to the downside right now a little bit. All right, nothing we haven't seen before, but nothing's broken yet. Okay, on this BTC run, it's still in this channel. Okay, if I go a little closer here on the daily, you can see we're getting a bounce. We are being rejected. It wants to get right back in. Look how good my channel is. It's like getting rejected right at the base of my channel, and this is a channel I put up years ago. It's been like, what, 3 years now, right?
Nice.
This is blue channel. So look where it's being rejected right there at the base of my channel there, just about. And yeah, see this trend line I've drawn here. A lot of these lines have been on here for a long time. This inverse head and shoulders played out. Now we're coming down here. We're bouncing. We're being rejected, which probably means we're going to come back into this range again. You know, definitely, or maybe around 112 or something. We may chop around here for a second. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Now, I'm just going to back out. Let me see if it's on this chart. Yeah, so you can see I drew a resistance line from the last bull run to where we are right now. Okay. And to me, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let me go to 3 day. I just picked where I thought made sense to me. And it ended up being very accurate because a lot of people would have done it at the top of everything. And I did put a line up there too in the pink, but the green one. But the green one ends up being around 117 now at this point, okay? And we are underneath that. And that's at a really important level right now because we were rejected there in this time period too. We couldn't build support above that level. Okay, you can see we've gone above it 2 times and fell apart. And if we come to this bull run, same thing earlier in 2024, we tried to get above it, fell apart, tried to get above, fell apart. We got rejected May, and finally got above it in July. And what did we do? We fell apart, and now we're being rejected again. So that's definitely not good. That's definitely not good. But like I said, channel's still intact. Bull run's technically still in play. So, you know, there's nothing to call yet. I know a lot of people are, you know, some people are calling it. They're saying top is in. It's possible. I play probabilities. I don't play certainties here. Could they be right? Maybe. I'm still bullish, though. I still believe we could have at least this Q4 of upside, you know. Mm-hmm. It's very possible. Maybe
there's always someone calling the top.
Yeah.
You know, I think people call it, and then if it doesn't happen, they probably delete their post. And, you know, you can just keep calling the top till you hit it, you know. I'm calling the top right now at hold on, let me just check my charts. We'll say we'll say the current price of Bitcoin is the top. It's going to go down from here.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'll just delete that post, you know? Yeah. And try again tomorrow.
We need to get above 117, but to be honest, what we need is for ETH to go fucking crazy. Maybe BTC is topped. Maybe ETH just goes ballistic from here. One thing else,
I'd be okay with that.
One thing I'll say looking back is our ETH call. Where the fuck? Oh yeah, I was fucking around with this shit. Okay, get rid of this right Okay, so my ETH chart is looking really solid. Remember I told you guys before we're going to get up in this range and this is where all the fuckery is going to play? Well, we're still in that range technically. If I take this circle, move it over, you're still in that range because this is a big psychological zone, okay? And I'll put that circle back where it was. Okay. So what I drew last live was that I know we were getting bullish, but I said we were going to come down here and we are heading down there and to sweep these lows. So that would be around 3,900, 4,000, 4,100, you know, all those levels can be hit. They're all in play. We've already hit 4K. I drew this, I don't know, on my last live stream, so I'm not surprised. I remember this was breaking up here, and I knew it wasn't going to break out. Like, it didn't make sense. We have to come down to these levels. There is psychology involved here. It's not just what we want to happen. This is how it has to happen. That's why I draw what I draw, because I know what has to be tested. And so we are getting it. Now, we're at 4,100. We were. Are we going to come down to 39, 38? Doesn't matter. Even if it does, it's still in play. As far as I'm concerned, if we're above 3,900, then the play can be to the upside after that. So we come down, sweep these lows, and then like I drew before, you probably come up here, make another little bullish hammer right here, and then you'll hopefully pop to the upside, right? That's what I'm looking at.
Yep.
So
like you and I were talking the other day, if that happens, then that's a bear trap, right? Like people will panic, they'll sell, and then there could be a swing.
yeah, everything happening right now, absolutely, yeah, could be the bear trap. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Before the next euphoric vertical expansion of a lot of these assets, especially things like ETH. And then, like I said, it's not going to be broad-based. You know, your favorite random altcoin might go up a little bit, but not much. But the select ones, let's say like pulsechain or maybe BNB keeps going or Solana, there'll be a few that I think that will take the stage. And hopefully, yeah, pulsechain's one of those. But I haven't.
And ETH too. I hope ETH goes up because there's, there is a correlation right now between ETH and pulsechain. I feel strongly about that for various reasons.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. ETH is primed. It is definitely rolling over a little bit there on the weekly, but it's no big deal. You can flip back around. I think this looks quite bullish to me. If you look at this as this level over here, we've broken above it, and we're just retesting the breakout. You know what I mean? And we're holding
Yep.
We're holding just fine. And this would be technically what would happen before an upward move. So I haven't seen anything that's really freaking me out yet. And it doesn't make sense for RH to do anything yet anyway. Maybe ETH starts climbing. We need to close above 48, 4,900 climbing, and then maybe he starts making moves, or at least a lot of interest will come in to this forked Ethereum copy that cost $1 billion to make.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
And there will be $1 billion in the sack bag when ETH hits about $6,008. So I think that $1 billion number is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't know if he's going to deploy that, but we know he could. So yeah, it's definitely worth speculating on. And the math is ridiculous. If even a portion of it was deployed, like 10%, like it equals X's, at the very least. And if the whole thing was deployed, it's like ridiculous X's.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see where gold is. Yeah, ETH is looking good. I mean, I don't see any problems with it. I mean, this is what it would look like before it goes vertical. These are the kind of things it would be doing right now. And nothing is broken on it. I'm not freaking out here. Not a level. Like I said, it's doing what I drew. Not exactly what I drew this time. But the point is, it came to those levels that I was showing we're going to get to, right, with this. And so I'm not panicked. It's just kind of following basic market structure. What happened? See, this is what's called. I'll show you guys manipulation. I just want you guys to see this because sometimes people have asked me, like, how do I know what manipulation is? So I haven't touched this chart since I drew this for the last live stream. Okay, so this W was here, and I think we were over here somewhere. Okay, and I drew that from this move here, we would break down, okay? And what they did was they broke it up to trap people, without a doubt, in my mind, because this got people really bullish. I remember this around like almost 2 weeks ago. People got really bullish here, and I knew that this was a total, complete manipulation move, because that's why I drew that. Look, we're going to drop here. Instead, they whipped it up and then dropped it. Then this was the trap right here, and now that's why a lot of people are freaking out, because I think a lot of people committed capital right here, psychologically right here, on your alts or on Solana or pulsechain on September 12th, September 13th. People started committing capital. And then the market reversed on them pretty hard. And we've been going down since. So people are a little freaked out. I mean, look, people were committing ETH at 47, 4,800. We're down now to 4,000, 4,100, 4,200. So they're already down massively. And if you had an altcoin that you thought was absolutely going to break up, now you're kind of in limbo about like, is the cycle top in? What are we doing? What's going on? Bada, bada, bada. So this was definitely manipulation to trap people up here, because
And there'll be leverage in there too, right? Like there's always like
a lot was
a green
wiped out.
candle to wipe out the shorts, a red candle to
Yeah.
wipe out the longs. Like it's part of the game.
Yeah, 100%. And because in the natural, this was just like in a regular like ABC, and it should have just come here and dropped continuously. But this was absolutely manipulation to pull people in. So yeah, that's what I think. I mean, those are little things. Doesn't matter either way. It did what it did, and they wiped out a lot of longs. I mean, there was a lot of leverage. There was a lot. I don't remember the number, but I did see it. It was a lot of leverage. Everyone was like ready for blast off, and they just took out a lot of people.
Man,
so be careful with leverage.
crowd's never right, eh?
Yeah. No, I think now that we're sweeping this range, and I think maybe 39 gets hit, I'm gonna feel even more confident that we're ready to go up. I just do think we do need to hit. We probably won't. Maybe they'll manipulate it and not allow it to come all the way for a full retest. But I mean, this could be all it needs. We'll see. But they definitely caught a lot of people with their pants down there. So when I see
For
that,
sure.
I'm thinking, yeah, this was a manipulated move to the upside right there on ETH. So I'll just look at a few things just really quick. I'm not going to go too deep in a lot of this stuff. You know, we've covered this stuff to death. And it's obvious we're not getting a lot of alpha from like constantly, you know. Oh, okay, so the ETH, okay, there we go. So ETH BTC is finally pulling back. And
Really? Okay.
so that's good actually, because usually the bull runs happen
Yep.
in the past when you get a massive retest of breakouts on the ETH BTC. So yeah, you can see it.
Nice. So the ratio's favoring Ethereum is what you're saying.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
more Ethereum per BTC.
big time. Yeah, Ethereum's like primed to really go to the upside. So if we go here to this chart here, obviously I drew this as the W. I didn't know. Wait. Oh, this is the other chart. Oh, hang on. That's fine. Let me go to this one. Yeah, okay. This is the one I've been using mostly on the live streams. So, yeah, see, I drew this. I drew this. I literally fucking drew. I haven't touched this since the live stream. These are my live stream charts. Look what I drew. We're going to go from here, and we're going to start to pull back. And I had a target here at 0.033. We're at 0.036. We're halfway down to my target. Exactly where I drew it.
Nice.
Too. Exactly where I fucking drew it. Bam, right there. So we're heading down there.
Almost uptime then, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Because when you get this, like, it almost needs to go a little further, I would think. Maybe this is good, but when it touches down and we feel a solid bounce from wherever that's going to be, I think that's going to be the lift off. And if there is any bull run left, that's going to be the time. If there's an altcoin, it's going to run there. When this ETH BTC reverses again and ETH goes up again from wherever this does this retest, that is going to be the signal. That is literally going to be the bat signal. And if your altcoin's not moving, then it's probably not going to move. So, and I would think that's when the Hartman would probably move things as well, when the ETH BTC touches down right there. So I could probably just like, let's see, put a level right here. That's probably why I drew it there. So maybe it is like 0.033. So maybe we get a little bit further, and all that would need to happen isn't that ETH comes down. BTC could just have one more rip to the upside in a big way, leaving ETH where it is. That would send this down to this retest area. BTC stops wherever that point is, 130, 140, 150. I don't know what it's going to be. And then ETH rips. And that will be altcoin season. I guarantee you that is the moment you're going to get altcoin season. Because in some ways we saw that here and happen in the past. I think altcoin season started here January 2021 when this last touchdown, and then it blasted off, and it never came back again on the ETH BTC ratio. And I think something like that's going to happen again. Once we get this touchdown, I don't know where it's going to be exactly, but I'm guessing 0.033. I'll just put it out there. We're going to blast off. And you better hold on to your seat, man, because pulsechain could just be ripping. Hopefully.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It might not be a long time though, eh? Like, what has it we seen in the past for altcoin seasons? Like 3 months?
Yeah, we've had some longer ones, but we've had short ones too. I think 2 months could do it. Maybe 3 months. Maybe it trips us into the new year. It's possible.
As a strategy, I could see Richard being interested in extending the pulsechain altcoin season beyond other communities. Like, because altcoin season always has that euphoria rush, right?
Yeah,
And then there's the like disbelief euphoria, and then it starts coming down. People don't believe it's going to come down. And what if like other things are coming down, like XRP, like whatever, XRP hits $400, but then it starts coming down, but pulsechain keeps going up. Like, where's that XRP money going to go? I bet you some of it would flow over here. That could be the play.
When you get a chance, smash the like button, subscribe to St. Wolf Vision, and come to the Telegram if you want these updates before they happen. By the way, everyone in the Telegram knew what was happening. I've been posting in there more than X because those guys have been getting alpha nonstop in there. All right. So, for example, if I come over here, I'll show you guys why you might want to be in the Telegram group. So I posted this. I said, my subscribers knew to wait. Warned them 2 days ago that leverage liquidations were coming to the cryptocurrency markets. $2 billion was wiped out. And I posted this on the 20th. I said, something soon should take out all the leverage. Massive upside awaits, but climb has to happen with some fear. Wonder if it's next week, or do we just start our ascent? Retail is not here yet. Think about it. Okay? And literally I did that 2 days later. On the 22nd, a massive leverage collapse started on the crypto market. Okay, so there's a lot of these pieces of alpha, and yeah, I mean, as long as you love money, if you don't hate money, you should come over there and check it out. Obviously, I'm putting it on X too, but I can't put it before it happens, right? So I'm putting it in the Telegram before it happens. So you guys that are in the Telegram get all the alpha first, which makes the most sense to me. Let's see now. USDT dominance looks like it's going to fall apart. Okay, this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. It is following this squiggle to the downside. Hopefully that happens. It's not that clear. Okay, but yeah, I'm hoping that we get this falling away again that we've done before. That makes the most sense to me. This does not look pretty. So maybe this is signaling to us that we're right on the brink of this epic altcoin season. We're definitely seeing good signs for that. Look, I see it in the ETH BTC ratio. I see it in the USDT market cap dominance. It just looks to me like we're on the precipice of a serious altcoin season. Okay? It does. Not broad-based.
Nice.
Not 2021. But if you're in the right coins, you're going to do well. Once again, to preface, I don't know. Are people saying the top's right in going to be right? I don't know. Well, we won't know till the future. But when I look at the charts, it looks to me like this is perfect time for altcoin season to happen pretty soon here. No doubt about it. Arthur. We got Arthur in the house. Haven't seen Arthur in a second.
Hey, it's Artie. Hey, Artie.
Hi, guys.
Artie's driving.
Artie's always driving. What's up, brother? How are you? Hey, let me punch in.
I'm always driving when I'm calling, and
that's good.
It's good to see both of you guys.
I don't mind, bro. It's good, man.
Your eyes on the road, Artie.
Wait.
My brothers in Christ. Always a pleasure to be with you guys.
Guys, I'm going to be back in just 1 minute. Hang on. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Artie and I have this So what's going on, man? You bullish? You bearish? What's happening?
I'm never bearish. Never bearish.
I like that
Muting
about
out
you.
the negativity. Yeah, yeah. You know, my onboards are all right. They're all right. They're all right. We're hanging in. We're hanging in.
Yeah.
Euphoria,
Wolf was
God
just saying
willing.
this could be the bear trap, right? So, maybe the next move is the euphoria, but we shall see.
Yeah, like God willing, the calendar turns to October 1st. And um, for me, I feel like euphoria could be a period of 6 weeks. Craziness. And, even with 4.5 years of going down. And, you know, it's tough to communicate with people who haven't gone through one cycle already, who might
Yeah.
think, you know, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's very discerning and to go through this. And, you could have had X amount of Bitcoins and X amount of Ethereums, X amount of
Yeah.
years ago.
If you had a
And
crystal ball, you could be rich. That's
yeah,
what it
I
comes down
mean,
to, right? Like who
the,
who knows what's
the,
gonna happen?
a lot of consolidation, a lot of thing. And, I talked to a lot of people who I onboard who either had Bitcoin and stuff. And, they tend to ask me the same question, you know, how many Bitcoins, what do you got? What? And I'm like, buddy, I mean, I'll remind you, I'm consolidated in the RH ecosystem and nothing else. So as much as I try to give advice about all this stuff, I've gotten to the point where I won't talk about all this stuff anymore. I just won't. I won't. And I'm really all about everything about our ecosystem. And I know it's going to be very quick when we rock it, and it's going to happen. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard, and FOMO is
For
going to
sure it
be
is.
real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. FOMO is going to be real. My best advice to anyone, just hang out, relax, and just stay put, because things will move fast when it does. The least when you expect it to. It always does.
So, Wolf, we have Arthur gave his prediction. October 1st, the altcoin season starts and it runs for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah?
So, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Just plan for October 1st
October
and 6
1st?
weeks after that.
Got it, man.
Yeah.
Got it.
And 6 weeks on the nose. Thanks, Artie.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Anytime.
Appreciate it. You said October 1st, right? Okay. Good, good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully this whole September sentiment has been a drowning, and everyone's like, September down month, down month, down month. And you know what? We brought in the negative energy, and it happened for now, even though we got a week left.
Good times. Good times.
I hope everyone has their game plan, everyone's journey, along with their entry and their DCA levels, and in general their life. If you're married, you have kids, you have a family, you got to buy a house, you got to get out of your mom's house, you're unemployed, you're working on the salary. Think about yourself. Don't worry about someone else's bags and their advice. Go by your situation, and, almost go with your gut. As much as I want to say, don't listen to anyone, I'm kind of saying it. Go with your gut, because you learn with your mistakes. And until you get those mistakes, going by other people's mistakes are not going to be in the same scenario situation that is unfolding for you.
Well said.
I don't know.
What's up, brother? Guys, total 2.
Thank you.
I mean, it absolutely looks like it's viciously going to explode to the upside. Without a doubt. Got a breakout, retest, beautiful inverse head and shoulders looking thing. It's right there. It's right there. 1.6 trillion. Wow. Look at that. Oh, I have a level at 666 billion. Huh? What's up? All right, let's go look at
trillion.
Let's go look at pulsechain. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Holding up perfectly. Holding up absolutely beautifully. Right? Look at how much respect it's given the purple box. Look at that. Bam.
Nice.
Look at that.
People must look at your purple box and be like, okay, I can't sell past here. That's the end of Wolf's purple box.
It's all I have. I don't have it going lower. And as a matter of fact, it's funny where I did this kind of quick sketch of the vertical where we just take off and go vertical. It's literally we're at look where we're stopping, right about where I started that 0.00033. We blast off. So maybe we just chop sideways here for a little bit. I don't know. We take off. Could happen anytime.
I like it. And that's what's the date? Does that work into October 1st?
It could.
Okay. Good.
Listen, what I don't want to get is past January 1st. I don't want to start thinking about next year, and as much as next year will be here sooner than later, this fourth quarter could be amazing for everyone, all of us. That's what I'm hoping for.
This is looking good, man. This is looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like I like what I'm seeing, and obviously you can come down here. You got a ton of support down here at 0.00028, or wherever we touch down here. But it doesn't look like it wants to go that low, and there's a ton of support right below where we are right now. So, it looks like it's holding up pretty well where it is. This could be getting primed, getting there. Maybe we chop in that purple box for a second. We break out of this falling wedge here and just go sideways for a second before we go up.
It works for me.
And if you guys have sex, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's see what else is going on. What else do we see here? Let's just look at like the monthly chart really quick or something. The pulse. Guys, it looks fine, man. It looks fine.
I tested the bridge today. Super fast.
It looks fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should cover that
fast.
the bridge is back on. Did you already do that before I came on, Wolf?
I haven't used the new update, no.
Okay. But did we tell people about it, though?
No, I guess we didn't, did we? I thought we were...
Yeah, because
maybe I did.
that's kind of newsworthy.
Yeah, so there's an update on the bridge. Let's see. Let's go to Richard Hart Win. There you go.
And you tested it already? You've used the bridge after the update?
Yeah, I feel like once you go on the bridge, your amounts for sure load up quicker, and bridging just seems like I've had and I switch off on computers or try other computers if I have a delay on one or whatever the case is. But once I used my first computer, it was like boom, boom. I was like, all right, you know, I mean, it's going to be important to new people who bridge in.
What's up,
Totally.
Oliver? You with us? We got Oliver Fujimori in the green room.
Hey, Oliver.
Hi, Oliver.
Let's see.
Never met an Oliver before.
Probably getting the tech all set up, so we'll give him a second. So we got this new bridge update, version 1.10. What have you guys noticed has been the biggest differences here with this update?
Marty was just saying that it's quicker, loads your coin balances and stuff. I haven't tried it myself. I think it was the need for the update was just to do with the wallet connecting, just where people connected. So if they did more than update that, it's good.
Good.
I'm glad that FUD is done because, you know, like it wasn't good FUD for be like, oh no, the bridge is down, even though there's like, you know, half a dozen other ways you can move on or off the chain.
Yeah.
Like we have Liberty Swap, we got Gibbs, there's several others, but yeah, it's happy to have it back the way it was.
Hey everybody, can you hear me?
Oh, we got you. What's up, Oliver?
I can hear you, Oliver.
How are you?
Yeah, great.
Your picture?
Was just
Your picture didn't show up, but we got your audio just fine, man.
Oh, great. Hey, I was just passing by and I saw you guys talking about chart, and well, I love charts. Working with my entire life with it.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, and there's some alpha that I would like to share with the audience there.
Sure, man.
Related to the expectations that are going about the price here. I mean, if you guys look at the pulsechain price, there is a clear range, right? It's been there for like 3 years, right? And at the moment, I'm looking at the RSI at the daily chart, standard RSI, the one that everybody uses, which is the relative strength, and it follows a pattern there. We just hit the bottom of the RSI, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that nobody knows how long this range will last, right? Ranges can last more than 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of retail traders in community that they have a goodwill, but and they start to accumulate at the bottoms, buy at the top, buy at the bottoms, they start to accumulate, but it's already been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a suggestion I would like to tell people, which is try to acquire cash flow while you guys are in the range. Instead of adding, start to provide liquidity in Uniswap V3, right? At the bottom of the range there. Set a high fee, like 2% in pulsechain against USDC, and you use every single tip of the fee to buy back your coins, right? Because nobody knows it can last forever. I mean,
So no, you're absolutely right. I mean, obviously, you know, we have the option of like, you know, yeah, that'd be great if this happened, but that doesn't have to happen. We could absolutely. This is not the prettiest looking thing right now, but we could go like this, and we could do this and this and this and blah blah blah, and that could happen. Yeah, that's always a possibility too.
It is, and it's the most probable because I've traded in 2 proprietary trading firms. I traded in 1 hedge fund professionally,
do this.
And I did a lot of statistics backtests on this thing, and a range will last. Like there is no indication when a range will end.
Right.
So for example, one thing I tell people about this chart is that this pulsechain chart specifically is that the size of the swings is reducing because the supply is changing hands from people less reactive to swings from people more reactive to swings to people less reactive to swings. These swings, they are about 100%. If you put the RSI in pulsechain price against USDC in the daily chart, I use log chart here, but I think it's the same data. This thing is giving swings of 100% every single, basically 2 months, 3 months.
Okay.
It's 100% swing. These swings are massive, and people like the retail around is just buying and holding. But the amount of fees that one can collect in this range while providing liquidity or just buying the bottom of the swing in the RSI is massive. They should be talking about. Because if they just sit on their hand and do not see cash flow, eventually either they will need the money or they lose hope, or like Richard Hart marketing project completely flips, sorry. And nobody knows what's happened next. So if you are in the range right now, pull up an Uniswap V3 model, the market making, put the range in the put the range in the bottom of these fractals there, right? And just go making cash flow. The yield is massive, and people are not using it.
That's
so
really good.
This is a very
that's
important.
really good advice, Oliver. Yeah, look, provide liquidity. Provide liquidity. What do you think, Fast Arthur? Are you guys providing liquidity?
What liquidity pairs are we exactly referring to?
He was talking specifically about PulseX USDC, but I'm assuming it also applies to Pulse and USDC as well.
I'm specifically talking about the pulseX USDC because the range is clear. The range is like it's like pulseX pulsechain is in a downtrend range, something like that, because the miners, there's a website named Our Nodes, and Our Nodes is a place where you can become a miner by paying just $5, right? You become a validator there. They do all the like, you don't need to pay expensive stuff for that. You become a miner, a validator in pulsechain for $5 a month. I mean, I don't do that, but I'm saying what happens. And there are more than 3,000 validators there. And what happens is if you have a coin with inflation like Hex and pulsechain, and you want to diversificate into Richard Hart cores, you are going to sell. The only one that you cannot get from inflation or from any type of service you do is pulseX. And this is why the range of pulseX is the clearest one, making a gigantic triangle. But these triangles in technical analysis, they can just break by time and still in the same range,
So
the thing about providing LP right now with PulseX to a stable coin is you're one way or another, you're going to have a lot of impermanent loss. In my opinion.
No, but here's the thing. You have impermanent loss if you make of course, make a holding bag. But for people that have been around here 3 years, stop adding and start providing liquidity so you can earn some fees, because it's very ungrateful to be around for 3 years and losing all the swings of 100%, massive volume happening all the single time. Like, it's 3 years doing that. I'm telling you, just PulseX is beyond like 40% if you get the range right, which is the bottom of the range there.
Yeah,
so rewarding.
I'm with you, but
so
the impermanent loss, if PulseX moons, right? Like if PulseX even does, well, a very conservative number, we'll say a 10x. Well, like if you're providing liquidity against a stable coin, well, you lost half of that move, right? You only got a 5x.
Well, if the coin goes up 500%, this is the Uniswap V2 model, right? In Uniswap V2 model, if the coin goes up 500%, your impermanent loss is 25%. If you stand 1 year more in this range, your impermanent loss is covered.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this is a real tip. I know about the impermanent loss. I'm really aware.
Yeah.
But I'm telling people
this time in the market though, right? Like if we were talking a longer time frame, like, and there's certain assumptions here, and no, we should take this as financial advice, but like if we think we're going into an altcoin season, sometime, let's say in the next 3 months, and that it's only going to last for 3 months when it happens, right? Then the impermanent loss risk is huge. Whereas if you went back 2 years and you did this liquidity pair, or any of the good liquidity pairs, but let's say you did pulsex to DAI, and you've been doing it for 2 years, like yeah, you would have made bank, and also the ink farming at that time was good. Ink farming right now, I think the pulsex DAI pair is one of the better ones, but it's still like it's not paying that well. But like to go into it now in a high impermanent loss pair when you're likely to move into an altcoin season where you could see a parabolic move and you're going to lose a portion of that move, I don't think your fees or your farm revenue is gonna pay off. Like not versus
If
your
you
impermanent loss.
you are right if you consider that we know
up,
the
DJ?
timing of when this breakout is going to happen. But from what I've studied across
don't.
time, the range can last for a very long time.
It could.
It's
possible.
And the current state of the market is a range. Trade what you see, not what you think. This is the law in trading. Because
we're degens. We're degens.
yeah, that's why, that's
I'm
why
here
if
for
you're a
1000x.
degen, go to provide some liquidity so you can earn some fees. Because it's not rewarding if you stay here, the retail, one more year and this thing does not move. Right?
Hey,
At least you
I'm
know
open
that
to-
you're making.
It's possible, man. It could happen. Yeah, and
Yeah, it could happen.
Well, so you're suggesting to use Uniswap V3? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, I prefer Uniswap V3. Unfortunately, we only have the 9mm DEX there, which is, I mean, like, I hate this fact that
Some of us don't want to use
we don't have
Uniswap. Is there an alternative we can use to provide liquidity that you've tried?
you can use pulsex, but the thing is people don't know how to calculate the fees they earn. They have to look at the documentation of Uniswap V2 because it's a really hard formula, mathematically speaking.
It's quite complicated.
And yeah, I could teach people to do that because I already have spreadsheets and all this stuff. I just don't have reach enough. So I mean, like.
We do have the V3 though. Oliver was saying. So we have 9mm is the one that's probably most used, and also 9-inch. So there's two V3 dexes with decent enough overall liquidity on pulsechain that most importantly are accessed by the pDAI dex aggregator where a lot of the trades go through. And no, I don't work for pDAI. It just works good. So the having things on there is good. But it's not that easy to set in some ways the V2 pools are safer for new people. There's less mistakes that can happen. Like you have to learn how to set your range properly on V3.
I can teach you guys
more of a learning curve.
Really easy way if you wish. Just pull up market profile and use the half bottom of the market profile as your range. That's it. Market profile is a tool that analyzes the volume according to the range you select. It's it's exactly where the tool in short to calculate risk reward that Wolf has there. It's located right there. You put a volume profile, you'll see where the range is.
Hang on.
And that's it. I wish I could share my chart, but I don't think I can.
You could if you wanted to share something. You can. There is a button for you on the Zoom. You can share.
Oh, do I have permission to call? Let me see it.
Yeah, you can even add your photo to the stream. I just didn't know if you saw. I don't know if there's a button. There are options.
Well, it's funny because I already have a photo in my profile. It just doesn't appear. Let me share here the screen. Record, transcript. No, to just work with Google Chat. Oh, here it is.
I think a lot of LPs will pop up in Richard's ecosystem. I think especially
Sure.
once we start peaking, that's what I'm gonna look forward to. Last time I did it is when we launched, and unfortunately, I regret giving up my beloved INC for PulseX, especially right after the swap ratio being INC. I was like, wow, no one's talking about this as much, and it was the most to pump. So even though, you know, the first several days the rewards were bananas, you started losing. So if I could turn back the clock, I would have not LP'd, and I would have done a lot better holding on to my INC and the cores. So I kind of got a
Oh, he's trying to share.
sour.
It's timing is
taste
everything,
in my
Artie.
mouth.
Like if you had done that LP and you
Right.
left it in and you went all the way up, you went all the way down, you made all the fees, you made all the farming between then and now, like it might look different, but people get
Right.
scared and they pull out at the wrong time, and then there's a huge amount of permanent loss. And of course, we don't have a crystal
Right.
ball, so maybe that's a good play, maybe it's not.
Right,
The thing
right.
for farming that I like right now is low and permanent loss pairs. So, and that could be stables to stables, obviously is safe, but like other thing like pulse X to pulse, like,
Sure.
are they going to move up together? Probably, right?
Sure.
Maybe ink to pulse X,
Right.
is going to be
Right.
riskier. But there's other things that are extremely low in permanent loss, like the liquid staking tokens on Pulse Chain that are essentially Pulse. You can provide liquidity for Pulse to UPulse or Pulse to VPulse that are redeemable for Pulse and suffer, practically no impermanent loss. But like, there's a learning curve here, right? And be it
Totally.
V3,
And through the learning process, I feel like matching a core with a stable coin before possible euphoria is a little bit more risky, where we could just wait a little bit more. Let's see what pans out, and I could definitely foresee multiple LPs popping out of the wazoo from RH on PulseX. So I mean,
for
I would
sure.
wait.
I agree with you, Artie, but that being said, but like you don't have to go in with your whole bag. So like if you wanted
Yeah.
to check out the thing that Oliver's doing and learn how to use V3, which I think is useful,
And I
you
think
can do it
that's
with
what
50
Oliver
bucks,
was saying.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Oliver, you're
Yeah, why
dabble
not
with
put
it.
50 bucks in there?
yeah.
Why
That's
not?
how you learn. Oliver's, you're up there. Tell us what we're looking at here. What do you want?
Yeah, sure thing. By the way, thank you for your inputs. So this is the market profile that I was saying to you guys here, The problem with Uniswap V2 is because you're going to get a poor fee, like PulseX. PulseX is the Uniswap V2 model.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like 20% a year. 20% is nothing. But if you guys are able to, part of your bags, you provide liquidity on this half bottom here from the volume profile, you make a killing. You make more than 60% a year on this thing. Especially if you set a high fee yield, because people are going to arbitrage, use your pool to arbitrage. And when they use your pool to arbitrage, you collect like 2% of fees if you set the fee very, very high. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because you guys have reach. And if more people do it, win a pool with high fees. So for example, let's say we create a pool of PulseX USDC and we put there like 30K, 50K dollars, everybody together doing this game here. The pool becomes more attractive for bots to arbitrage, to use as an arbitrage tool. And thus you guys earn fees. That's a good call. And another thing I want to say is that before the market starts to rally, he leaves a pattern on the weekly chart, which is this one. This is an indicator that I wrote by myself, used for some years already. And I remove everything here. This is the fractals in the weekly chart. Do you guys see this movement here? This is how a breakout movement happens. What is a breakout movement? A breakout movement, most of the fractals that you guys see is doing this. You have a top, and you have a bottom, and then you have a top again, and the second bottom goes back to the previous top. This is classical technical analysis.
Yeah, it's
but
basic.
Classical technical analysis
101, yeah.
is cheat. Classical technical analysis is cheat. They are not telling you how do you find these fractals, because if you use the candlesticks, you can find like thousands of fractals in the same chart, right? When a movement is going to happen, you have the stop here decoupling from the bottom, which is this pattern here. See this pattern here. Erase the thing. This pattern here, where this stop right here decouples from the next bottom, is an indicative of a rally. This one failed. But if you look at the rest of the fractals, all the tops, they are like a chain. They are chaining with the bottom. The bottom is within the fractal, you know? I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm saying. But this is the idea. If you want to know when it can possibly run, you have to have this condition right here, where the next bottom decouples this bottom, where the next bottom, which is this one, decouples from the previous top.
Yeah, well, I call that jump in the. We call that jump in the creek, Oliver.
Jump in the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just the creek. The creek is the range it was in before, and we call it jump in the creek means it jumped and leaped over the range, which is what you were showing there. So that's what we call it. It's usually the end of the Wyckoff patterns. There's the jump, leap. I don't know what different cultures call it.
Yeah, but the problem is that people don't know how to spot these things.
That's what we're here for, right? That's why we do these shows to help people understand.
Look at that.
What the possibilities are.
I just converted my indicator to both see the daily chart and both see the weekly chart simultaneously. If someone looks at the chart empty, this is the amount of possibilities they can see in the same chart that you're seeing. So they don't know, do we have a pattern on the weekly? I don't know. Maybe it's just that they just get the daily and they use more fractals than normal, and then they think they have the daily, but they don't have a mechanical way of doing so. If people want you to understand price, I suggest, especially because you guys have a great reach, I'm telling to them, not to you, find a mechanical way of seeing the fractals that the market does. And once the pattern that I told you happens is when you have an indication that the market could rally, right? Yeah. I'm just going to give an example of a trade that I did in Bitcoin. Like in the last retracement that we have, you guys see this? You guys see this fractal right here that decouples from the previous top?
Yes.
This is an indicative of a rally. But when the rally does not happen, a range is set. When the range is set and a breakout to the downside happens again, it's going to go back to the same point where the rally started.
This is called when we say the phrase retest. This is a retest of the breakout where it broke out.
Yeah, these are technical analysis. All the stuff these guys know. I'm just telling. Find a way to mechanically see. Same thing here, right? Same thing here. Find a way to mechanically see the tops and the bottoms, guys. Not you. You guys already know.
Yeah, this is great, Oliver. This is really
good. And once
this
pattern set up, just you see when probably there's a rally.
Yeah.
If this doesn't happen, then the rally is probably not being set.
Yeah, I have like my cowboy slang for all this stuff, but this is really great stuff, and this is the stuff you start to spot the breakout of these ranges and then the retest again. Yeah, it's really great stuff, man. Actually, I think you explained it really well. Probably some people it's a little too technical, but the thing is, it opens up their minds to looking at these charts a little differently, and I actually think you explained it really well for coming at it from the technical point of view. So I really appreciate that.
Reg bots. I make backtests on this stuff there. This is the problem with Wyckoff. When people see the Wyckoff, they are looking, like this is a range, but they're not looking at the time space between the fractals there. You see, like in PS, the top of the PS there is decoupled from the bottom of the PS. This is when you have a rally. And when you are in a range, the tops and the bottoms, they are connected. They are like a chain,
Yeah,
you know? Unless you see the LPS movement there where you have what, I don't know what they wrote there, but when you have the top decoupling there in LPS to SOS from the previous bottom, when you have the current bottom decoupling from the previous top, this is when a rally starts. Can start. You can fail to.
Can, yeah.
But this is the best indicator. This is the best indicator you can know in price action when a rally is going to happen, because the imbalance becomes clear. Until there, we are in a big ass range and nobody knows where it's going. I mean, it's going to range.
I like your example with Bitcoin, because you know, how many more X's is Bitcoin gonna do where your impermanent loss is less at a risk compared to a gate kept altcoin, you know? So yeah, with Bitcoin it sounds much better.
The impermanent loss,
the whole LP providing for now.
Oh yeah. You have a higher impermanent loss in altcoins. Yes. Yeah. You have a higher impermanent loss in altcoins. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
Hang
God,
on
it
one sec.
crashed.
A break up here. Let me shut some stuff down. Hang on.
It's the devil. The devil didn't want to hear the advice.
All right, let's.
All right, another thing here on Bitcoin.
Hang on, let's come back. We got some juicy news. We got to hit, and then we'll come right back. There's some.
Sure thing. Keep in mind, we are getting Bitcoin closer to 170K. Be careful at this zone. 170K when it hits there. Previous cycles all stop it at the same metric. But that's it, guys.
Wait.
I hope I could reach people there.
Hang on.
Thanks, Oliver.
Where'd you go?
What's our juicy news?
Wait, where'd it go? Where'd your screen share go? Just vanished on me. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, what were you saying about? What'd you say? 117? What? That was the range I was talking about. 117. What about it? Oh, maybe we were losing him. That's why the feed was going squirrely. It was going squirrely for a second. Okay, we'll come back. Though. We'll come back and touch base.
I was talking about 170K.
Oh, 170K. Okay, we'll come back. That's another can of worms. All right, check this out. So, Tam says
that'd be a good problem to have.
that'll be a good can of worms. Yeah. Soda seems to think Giga is part of the pulsechain core dev team and that he's exploiting the bridge. Truth is, Giga is the only one actually taking the time to identify issues and report them to the devs. In short, Soda has a habit of making accusations for doing any real research. Giga shares his insight freely, including some of the best security guidance available. Maybe instead of attacking one another, we should put that same energy into growing the community and educating people on the things that truly matter. The more we lift each other up and focus on solutions, the stronger we all become. That's really nice.
I'm confident Giga is not on the core pulsechain dev team.
So Soda,
I don't even think he's a dev. So Soda's talking out his ass.
So let's see what he said here. He says, I made a video exposing him and his collaborators, and I'm working on part 2. Let's see.
Oh, good.
Okay, what's he talking about, man? He's going off on this stuff. Okay, I'll just read it. He says, in regards to the pulsechain bridge being down, I want to share something with the community to keep you informed. An anonymous tip came in about Giga, the same scammer featured in my pulsechain documentary.
Oh my.
The tip says that GitLab issue was created by Giga, and the pulsechain bridge server code is heavily obfuscated, meaning it's deliberately made difficult to understand. All commits appear post-build, so the actual code running is not visible. Despite this, Giga provided very detailed advice, more than could be known from simple error messages in Chrome. The anonymous source...
I can disprove this immediately.
Yeah? It's bullshit?
No, yeah, I actually have the GitLab Hub repo report. I'll send it to you, and you can it's public. You can pop it up on the stream.
Okay.
Stream. It's I think.
Wait, what the?
Soda's having trouble reading is the problem. It's the
fuck?
The reading.
What the hell is that? This is so fucking weird.
But it wasn't Giga. It was Gamma that made the report. the report might be gone because it was done. But yeah, different person. Like Gamma is like a guy who runs the nodes and stuff like that for pulsechain. It's yeah, totally different guy. Both start with a G. Here I'm going to drop the link in the private chat. Not everybody will understand it, but you can see right on the official pulsechain GitHub that Gamma is reporting on the bridge issue and what the fix is going to be.
Okay.
Giga has nothing to do with it.
Got nothing to do with it. Okay. Well, he says the anonymous source asked if I'm okay. It was created by the anonymous source asked if I'm concerned that scammers I've dealt with before might be deeper involvement than just launching tokens via proxy contracts, and wanted my thoughts on the current state of pulsechain. The behavior is consistent with what he has done since the beginning. Remember his inside trades on Axis at the same time Walter was hacked, or how he appeared instantly during the 9mm exploit, joining Twitter spaces and Telegram channels each time. What is also suspicious is that Crypto Profeta exposed that the pulsechain bridge was under attack last year, yet mid-influencers stayed quiet, and some community members labeled him as FUD. Giga even prompted people to connect to his website, which stole funds from community member KC Crypto. Who is, that looks familiar. Oh, this is Kyle, who documented it in a video.
We know Kyle.
He operates multiple burner accounts, many of which have been suspended right before or after pulsechain exploits. I made a video exposing him and his collaborators, and I'm working on part 2. People on pulsechain who follow him or are in his private group chats are all part of the same distractions, while confusion is sown behind the scenes. Keep in mind, I'm just one person, gatekept and outside of your circles, yet I was able to figure this out on my own. That is what they fear. That is why they fear me. So what's going on,
didn't
man?
figure it out.
This is pretty serious. He looks like he's done a lot of work. Is there any truth?
Well, like I can't comment on every single detail, but like, okay, so for one, the GitHub where Giga reported it, it wasn't Giga, it was Gamma. It's a different guy. I know the guy. I've talked to him. He probably does work for Richard Hart and pulsechain. It's a different. It's an actual dev, and it's not Giga. So that part's done. What was as far as the wallet draining thing? Like Kyle did do a post about how maybe he thought Giga made a Block Explorer wallet wallet app for pulsechain that called Franken something. I can't remember the exact thing off my head. Kyle did say, like, oh, I think that it might have been connected. My wallet getting drained. It was just a tiny wallet, like he lost $40 or something. Was connected to me going to the site, and he's like, "Does anybody know anything about it?" I believe, to my satisfaction, I haven't dug into it, but I believe Giga disproved that that had nothing to do with Kyle's problem. Mm-hmm. I haven't checked. I haven't talked to Kyle. I think it's unlikely that was the source of Kyle's problem. Giga actually analyzed Kyle's wallets and identified other sources that were likely the cause of his problem. So I think Giga's clean on those two issues to the best of my knowledge. And like, as far as him showing up everywhere, I don't know. Some people say I show up everywhere too. Maybe he's just freaking on it.
Yeah.
So
why do you show up every time there's a hack or there's some kind of like exploit?
That's right. We're streaming every you too, man. Every time something bad happens, you and I are like, we're on the screen, like, mellowing people out. Are we in on it? But we're not.
So Somi's chiming in. I want to hear more of this. So I'd like to hear more of it too. Like I don't know any of these people very well at all.
Like, I'm not endorsing anybody here, but like, I think those two items. What was the third item?
All right, thank you.
Exposed that the pulsechain bridge was under attack when they showed up, and that Kyle had funds stolen from him because he connected to Giga's website.
Which I don't believe that was like Kyle did say that.
Yeah.
I think he was mistaken, and I think Giga proved he was mistaken.
Okay.
I didn't do a deep dive. And I don't I'm not endorsing Giga. I don't know that much about him, except for he's in spaces and he's fairly sharp, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
sharp.
but and since he's removed the wallet connecting option from his app, I do know that. Just as to not give people something to worry about.
Yeah.
So, You know, like is he trading? Is he buying and selling stuff? Like, yeah, probably. But like, you know, I don't see a particular problem in that. Is he looking for alpha on things so he can make good trades? Probably. Who's not? But yeah, I don't think he's part of a giant crime syndicate on Pulse Chain. You know, I could be wrong.
Shishio, what the hell? What does it mean? What you just said? Okay, good code is
Explain
sandwich
more.
code, but I didn't see any exploit. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that explains what he meant. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Get your own screen.
It just it feels unlikely to me that was the case. But like Soda's just trying. Soda's making content, which means that he attacks. That's his whole style.
Right.
And I think it's all part of whatever game he's playing.
Moon King says, if I was a billionaire, I would put a minimum of $1 billion of my own money into Pulse Chain in pumping the chain. Why? You gave me $1 billion, I'd give it back. But the adoption and the switch would actually have an opportunity in becoming more for you when ETH goes up. It's more for me. Everybody eats. Yeah, I agree with that. I've thought about that too. That's why it makes sense to pump it more, because it's actually more for him anyway. So it's a win-win. You know what I mean? It's not like he loses capital. It's actually potential for him to even make more capital. So yeah, agree with that. You always bet on greed. It's more benefit for everybody. That's exactly why you're not a billionaire.
I think the sentiment's good there.
Crypto Dave reposted the stream. Crypto Dave. Shout out to Crypto Dave. We love Crypto Dave. He's a friend of this channel, friend of the show. Welcome anytime. Fast Wolf tells us what's really going on. This guy's reposted a stream of a show he's on right now. There are no exploits happening right now, yet Fast Abdul is here. All right, Tiger Crypto God going off again. He says scamming, what's going on? Oh, he's catching scammers? What is this?
This Roger guy, Tam was posting about him earlier.
Okay.
I think he's just like begging for money or something.
He's begging for money. I do see to her, can you get another loan or raise capital? Justin's account. What are they talking about? Why is this here? We already invest our loan money. We already invest. Oh, it's definitely from India. If he is the one talking,
No idea.
I'm okay. I can gamble. And if you're involved with this, I am more relaxed, sis. Huh?
Yeah, that sounds like not a native English speaker named Roger Esmer.
Someone took money aside from my 20K last night to my account, 7K. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. Some scammer. A lot of scammers out there.
On Telegram, anybody who's DMing you, sending you a private message, just always assume it's a scam.
Yeah.
Even if it's someone
Good
you know,
advice.
because it's really easy for scammers to copy paste like a profile picture. There's been dozens of fake Fast Abduls I banned from Telegram rooms. Yeah, just don't trust private messages on Telegram or Twitter, talk in public, unless you're extremely confident.
Fast. That means you made it, brother. Once I got scammed accounts on the crypto arty, that spot.
Yeah.
You know you made it and you're famous in the community once you have multiple accounts. Saying I'm sure you got multiple too, brother.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta watch for that.
Multiple accounts. What are you talking about? Like wallets and shit?
Like multiple scam accounts emulating your
multiple
profile.
scam accounts. Multiple scam.
I don't know. I think we saw one. I don't know if there's that many yet. Send him 20K pDAI. Okay, I don't know why this is posted by Pump Tires.
You can only really be successful or really get an opportunity, and it looks like easy money.
Oh, this is
and
what
I
we watched
believe
earlier.
it. Like this is guaranteed. This is 100%
Yeah,
going
same
to pay
thing.
me. I'm going to get rich from this. The easy money never seems to come.
They're just trying to recruit him. Which is fine, but I don't think he'd be an easy one to pay off.
No?
Well, it's not gonna be cheap, and he's like totally gonna be a fair weather friend, right? Like
Yeah.
he's not he may not be in it for a long time. Just a good time.
You know what's interesting?
So you send him 20K worth of pDAI, and I think you could expect a 20K dip in the price of pDAI. I could be wrong, yeah, but from what I've seen.
Let's see.
He's welcome to come on and debate it.
What's up,
Hey, Wolf.
Yo, what's up, Oliver?
Hey, Oliver's back.
I was
whining and crying and complaining while pressing sell. Sell. Sell.
People are losing it, man. People are losing their minds right now.
They got pissed with Richard, some guys there, it seems, right?
Yep.
Again.
A lot of people are infinitely pissed at Richard Hart.
Imagine if the marketing flips. Anyway, hey, I was thinking here, man. I see that you do a lot of TA and price action analysis. Yeah. If you wish, in order to help the community.
Meet you now.
Sorry.
I can share through you only access to the indicator that I use to see the tops and bottom. Like I developed it like 3 years ago, and people that follow you can maybe use the indicator so they can understand the tops and the bottoms and all the analysis you do.
Sure. You want to share? You want to share with us right now? Are you trying to make a top call? You want to give us a top call for Bitcoin? Is that what you're trying to do?
No. I'm telling that I don't publish it my indicator, but I can make it private for invite only.
Oh.
For free for people that are following you, because you do these TA analysis, and you're going to talk about the top and the bottom, but they don't know how to see the top and the bottoms.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We could do something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and I can lock the indicator to just see higher time frames, so the agents don't set it to 1 minute and get wrecked.
Yeah. Shout out to.
I don't know where I can ping you on it, because I have to make it change it on on TradingView.
Just find me in the Telegram at St. Wolf Vision or my private, and we'll connect, and then we can suss it out. We can figure out how to do it.
Yeah. I think we'll help a lot of people. They'll start to understand the market, and if they start to understand the market, they get less depressive.
So it is. I mean, it'd be nice to believe this just goes straight up, but at the same time, I almost when I see the chart now, I almost see it. It kind of needs to range. Yeah, but I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, I really don't know, but anyway, I think they were there in Telegram, and I make it.
Hit me up there.
We can chat, right? Right. Hey, I'm going to leave here, but I'll keep following you guys on YouTube here.
You got it, man.
X, sorry.
Oliver, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Everyone give a shout out to Oliver, and go. You have a channel, right? Or you can put it down in the comments below or in the chat or whatever, and then I can find you.
Yeah, I can put there, but I don't want to. There was a law there to not talk about your stuff. So, but you can find me, Oliver Fujimori. You're gonna find it.
Oliver Fujimori. Just put it in the comments below the video, not the chat, but the actual just comments, and it'll always be there. Anyone who comes looks at the video, they'll see your comment, and
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I make a lot of DeFi stuff there. I think people can learn a lot. I work for a company that is a blockchain really famous and around, but they shouldn't know that I mess with altcoins.
So
anyway,
B-Roots is still posting, man. So he just said Richard's price bot suppresses the price of his coins on a weekly basis. He is the market maker of his own coins. I used to sit in front of a laptop and watch this stuff for hours on end. Yet 300 plus of you went on his Twitter page last night as soon as he tweeted to act like you are happy about that fact. I thought the OGs were bad, LOL. Y'all just looking desperate at this point. Demand your pulsechain pump, earn your pulsechain pump, untuck it, man up, peeps. Do something different. That's when a market maker must turn it into buy side or they will lose. Think outside the box.
This guy has no clue about his talking. This guy always talk crap.
Okay, so what's going on? Break this down. Does anything he's saying make any sense?
A lot of judging.
Well, he's talking about the market maker, right? So what do you think? What do you see, Oliver?
Well, for sure, Richard Hart is one of the first liquidity providers, but saying that he's necessarily manipulating the coin is counterproductive. He wouldn't do that. You know, he is the heaviest liquidity provider, probably.
Yeah.
But there is no way for him to like, I'm going to set a LP there in the bottom, and then I remove, and then I add to the top just to make a range, and no, it's not like that. What we see here is just coins switching hands. The volatility is decreasing. The fractals are getting lower. That's because people are getting less reactive to the fractals. And the lesser reactive they are, the more holders you have. So this is what a triangle is. A triangle is people reacting less and less when the fractal happen, when the swings happen. This means that when the action stops is when the rally starts to happen. But these guys saying stuff like Richard Hart, no, I don't think so. No way, man.
I think there's a little bit of a jab going on there, right? Like he's spoken to Richard Hart, he's looking for a reaction, and but like it doesn't mean what he's saying about market makers isn't true. Like, Richard may well be running market maker bots or something like that. That's a normal part of big crypto. And on DeFi, he'd probably have to do it himself. So yeah, that might be what's happening. But
what there
I feel
is
like
for a
B-Roots
fact-
is a little spicy, maybe. Seems a bit spicy.
What there is for a fact is a very high exploit of math bots on the chain. They are making insane arbitrage, and the validators, like in other chains, if you go to Solana, for example, and you want to become a validator, you can choose a validator that rewards you with part of his profits with math bots. Here in pulsechain, we don't have that. And there is a ton of money being left on the table by math bots that screw up the users, and we don't know who runs these math bots, but of course are validators. This really sucks money, this thing there, for a very long time. But Richard Hart itself, as a market maker, I don't think, no, that's not going to happen. Math bots,
I've looked at some of these bots in the past, because they've messed with some coin launches and stuff, and some of them are run by sophisticated outfits running on 17 chains, right? That date back before pulsechain. When you follow the wallets, I did a deep dive on one once because it was pissing me off, and it was like they're running their own nodes. Like it was a big big operation, not run by one guy, that went way beyond the pulsechain. So I think the low fees on pulsechain give these bots more opportunity than they have on a chain like Ethereum if they're paying higher fees. Like, because a bot will take a penny, right? Like, I'm not going to press swap to make a penny. Maybe $50 I might press the swap button a couple times, but like a bot will press it for a penny, so it'll just like bang, and it's much easier to get a penny on the pulse chain than on more expensive chains because the fees are so low, right? So it is a bit of a bot heaven. There are some quasi fixes for that, like Piteous, Toots, they have somewhat of a MEV bot protection set up. The biggest thing you can do to minimize your impact that your bags receive from bots is to keep your slippage very low. Right? Like you set 5% slippage, guess who's taking the 5%? It's a bot.
Yeah. Oh my God, this should be told to people, especially because they like to trade a bunch of new coins in pulsechain.
Yeah,
they set a higher slippage.
Launch.
Oh my God, they get wrecked, man. Like it's crazy.
It's those non-stealth launches, and I've learned this through trial and error. Like you have an announced launch, you have an announced time. People are setting 20% slippage to get in, or even 40% slippage. I've heard guys talk about that. And you can even set up bots to do that, right? Like you could run your own bot with 40% slippage. It's going to buy the moment something launches. But like that slippage gets eaten up by those MEV bots and dumped right away, right? Like on either side of the trade. So it's used like I keep my slippage at 0.1%, maybe 0.5%. And I only raise it in the event of I'm trading a tax token that has a minimum slippage requirement. So, often, 6% being a common number we see. And this is the thing. If you're trading like whatever, common tax token, PTGC, whatever, and you have to set, let's say, 6% slippage, make sure, like the first thing you do after you make that swap, whether you're buying or selling, you need to set that slippage. You go back and you reset your slippage to 0.1%. Because if you don't, your next trade of a non-tax token that doesn't require that, it's still set at 6% slippage. And yeah, that bot is going to sandwich attack you and, make more profit than you do on the trade.
Yeah, I've made that mistake before. I think everybody has.
Yep. And it's so easy to forget, right? Be like, oh, I bought or sold some, tax token number 73, and I had to set my slippage to 12% because that was the deal, and that's fine. And then you go and trade Pulse for Pulse X and lose like a 12% basically. It's not a win.
I wish there could be a way of the community participating, like delegating to a validator. I mean, we can delegate, but participate with the math profits. But there isn't on this chain. Sad.
Like, what would that look like? Is there an example of something like that on another chain?
Because on other chains, who runs the math bots are the validators, because they are the ones who select the block, who validate the blocks.
Yeah.
And some of these validators, they offer as a plus to delegate with them. They offer part of the mapbot's profits with whoever delegates. And we don't have this on pulsechain. It's such a good feature.
I think we have some similar things. I don't want to get into in too much detail, but like we have like the technology is getting there. Like we have the various liquid staking protocols, right? That are running things, and then then some of them are doing things on top that they're not quite what you're talking about, but they're getting towards the same idea.
Oh, hopefully. I love this community, man. I hope more builders show up to start doing stuff.
Yeah, you never know. I think we'll probably get, like, when pulsechain gets mainstream adoption, we'll likely see builders from other chains come online and just move their thing over. One thing I'd really like to see is one of the big stable coins, even though they're not always my favorite, come over and natively launch on pulsechain. So they have USDC natively on Pulse, USDT, DAI, natively launched on Pulse directly from the original provider. That takes away bridge risk and would open up potentially endless liquidity. What we do have is new stable coins, though. There's actually a new USDC on pulsechain now. That's a bridged USDC, but it's real USDC. It's coming over a new bridge that we have that nobody's really talking about yet. But there's things like that are going to keep happening.
So this compounding means is really taking his marketing for Pulse chain to the next level here. This is he's just making sure he gets all the attention he can get. Yo, what's up, Prayer Banana? How are you, man? That's right. Everybody hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'm glad everybody finally calmed down. I think it's probably good that the Hart man ripped into everybody a little bit. And it's kind of good to see, to be totally honest. I know we didn't get to a lot of charts today, but I think we'll pick up again soon, probably on Friday. I think I gotta wrap it up now. We've been going, what are we at, 3 hours? No, we got almost 2.5 hours. Claudia wants Oliver to turn his camera on so that everyone can see your silky hair. Wow, you have like a fan club out here, Oliver. Yeah. The ladies want to see your hair.
Sounds like Claudia knows something we don't know.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on here. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, man. We could go all night.
I'm sure there'll be new juicy news in the coming days.
Yeah, it's going to get juicy.
Lots of spicy things going on X, that's for sure.
I think as far as charts go, if you guys, I know a lot of you guys are tuning in now, so please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, come to the Telegram at St. Wolf Vision if you want the alpha. But we went over, I think, the important metrics earlier in the show in terms of BTC, ETH, Total 2, ETH BTC, and what have you. So just to recap really quick, if you don't want to go back and look at all the chart stuff we did, obviously we're at the part of the bull run that would be a bear trap before a euphoric run up, okay? And looking at ETH BTC, looking at USDT dominance, it absolutely looks like an epic euphoric move to the upside is coming. If I was just looking at a few charts, that's what I would see. Now, does that have to happen? Could the top actually be in? Yeah, I guess anything's possible. But going off the charts, it absolutely looks like some kind of big move to the upside is waiting for us. So just hang on tight. Don't FUD your own bags. It's fine. You want to attack Richard. You're not happy because the thesis, your timeline didn't work out. Well, I'm sorry, man. This is the big boys fucking playground, man. This is like the casino of casinos of casinos, I'm really grateful everything's working. I'm grateful there's an amazing community that's developing. I'm really grateful that every time I go on X, I see new people interested in pulsechain. I saw some big influencers. Tomorrow they're doing a talk, Tam Tam and Fast Abdul with Crypto Empress. That's the name, right?
Yep.
Crypto Empress, the lady, they're doing a talk
Crypto Empress
to teach about pulsechain and Hex. I see those things, and it makes me excited. It makes me very bullish for pulsechain and what Richard Hart has planned. Now, I don't know what the timeline is going to be for that, but some of you guys are just, sorry, but you're all fucked up and upside down, man. You're looking at things just from the wrong end. It's like picking up a shotgun. You're holding the wrong end of it, man. Just take a breather. Just get off Twitter for a second if you have to. But there is amazing things happening, but your focus is just turned around. For some of you, I don't know who needs to hear that, but some of you, your focus is just turned around, man. They're still building. But if you're really that freaked out, your options are, de-risk, sell, or just do what the rest of us are doing. It's just like, do what you can, and wait 2 more weeks.
Yep.
But
while you're waiting, you might as well support the good things. So yeah, if anybody's watching and you want to turn up for the Twitter space tomorrow, you can see it on my profile. There'll be links to Crypto Empress's Twitter space, and there's a ton of people showing up. Crypto Coffee is going to be there. Access is going to be there. Hexologist is going to be there. AG for Internet Money, RH Max, Toby One, Corey Geary, and the list goes on. So I think it's going to be a pretty rad space. And awesome. This lady's totally new, and her audience is totally new. So let's get outside the echo chamber.
I think it's going to be amazing, man. I'm really excited for you guys. I wish I was going to be there. This is going to be great, man. The other thing too is these people are coming. When your focus is all backwards, you forget that literally next week, who knows who's going to come next week, who might be interested or talking about pulsechain, or what big influencer might suddenly make a video. Like, things are heading in the right direction. You know what I mean? And you just don't want to FUD your own bags. I mean, look, if I just break it down to the basic stuff, why the fuck would you FUD your own bags?
Indeed.
Even I got off
I understand if you're angry, if you're frustrated, but it's just be a man and go cry in the shower. It's we don't have to talk.
That's what
about
I do. I cry in the shower. I cry.
There you go. Exactly. Cry in the shower. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Things are going to be awesome. Things are going to be all right. Things are going to be okay. Just remember this. For everyone who thinks Richard Hart's fucking up, he's running off with the money. There's more money for him to make to pump the chain. Just remember that. And never underestimate the other guy's greed. So, kind of goes off also what B Roots was also saying too, right? That
B Roots was saying, yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's why I'm here, because I'm like, you know what? There's just more for him to make if things go up. So
Pump the chain so you can make money. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
B Roots has got it right.
yeah, because a lot of people are saying like, why would he pump the chain and da da da? He already has the money. It's like, no, dude, because he's gonna make exponentially more, not a little more, exponentially
more money.
when if it goes up. So, and you know, if you play it right, you also benefit. So, yeah, I think there's upside.
2 billion is better than 1 billion. In
Yeah, it's
like,
a much
that's
bigger
probably
pie.
what he's thinking.
It's just a much bigger pie.
Yep.
And you don't underestimate the amount of capital that could flow into Pulse Chain when things do start pumping. Some of you guys forget that, like how fast things can turn, you know, from the gutter to Goblin Town to fucking green candles, right? And when that happens, geez, like forget your price targets, man. Things can go really crazy, really fast.
On top of that, there's a bunch of DeFi operations that Richard Hart can start doing. We just don't know his plan. Like, man,
we don't know the game.
800 million making a loan or in Aave or something like that. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Oh yeah.
So sit tight.
That's like buy your own country type money.
Yeah, and
which could be a thing.
I think that's his plan.
Yeah.
I think it's going to either be a giant, like we're going to live on a Carnival cruise ship, or he's just going to buy a country.
We'll call it Hexacal.
Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
gonna be something. It's gonna be something. End up in Siberia. Anyway, everybody smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Chat, you guys are amazing tonight. Fast Abdul, Arthur, great seeing you guys. You guys want to lead us out with anything? Where's all my buttons at?
Go ahead, Fast.
I'll just ask people to tune in to the Twitter space tomorrow and to, you know, on Twitter in public, you know, just keep your head up, try to be positive. Now's the time where we need to pull together and push as a community. It's not the time to start nitpicking at each other.
100%.
We can do that, you know, in 2, 3, 4 years when the bear market starts, but not today.
Or just don't do that. Keep me out of it.
Or just don't do that. Yeah, just do something else.
The above. You guys are awesome. Everybody, have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Have a beautiful night, guys. See you
Bye
tomorrow.
bye. Pleasure to meet you all here.
And Oliver, yes.
You too, Oliver.
We'll talk and Telegram,
Good night,
buddy.
Oliver.
We'll talk soon. All right.
Sure thing.
Night.
Good night, guys. Thanks, Saint.